In this video, I'm going to cover the price of Bitcoin, what's going on in the crypto world right now, and we're just going to talk about the basics of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin news for everybody that is just like into the space right now and like what's going on, right? So as of today, today's June 4th, Saturday, 9:43 p.m. Pacific time, Bitcoin's price is $29,753, right? Bitcoin is basically in a stage right now where it's kind of consolidating. I don't know if you want to call it consolidating, or we might be in a position for another uh, going south. All right, but there's opportunities when we're going south, and the thing that fascinates me is like when I see people buying Bitcoin at like 60,000, 70,000, but nobody wants to buy Bitcoin when it's 29,000. Right? It blows my mind. So it's like an 80-20 rule whenever it comes to buying crypto and everything in general. It's like you want to sell when people are buying and you want to buy when people are selling. So now the time to actually be buying, but you want a dollar cost average. And again, this is not financial advice. This is not legal advice or anything like that. Full disclaimer, do your own research. And I'm not responsible for what you do and how you trade. I'm just telling you what I would be doing. All right. So full disclosure. So I'm gonna just kind of break down like what's going on. So crypto prices, Bitcoin, Luna, Ethereum, Solana, Evergrow coin. So the cryptocurrency market as a whole has grown by 10 billion in the past day. That was just like yesterday. Crypto prices are flashing green today, but that's just today. So the crypto market as a whole is growing by 10% or 10 billion in the past day. Bitcoin finds support above 30,000, which is good. It's a positive sign, but we still kind of need that push to the top. Luna's price rebounds after sell-off. Luna, if you have not heard about Terra Luna coin, they basically just were top 10 cryptocurrency and then got wiped out overnight. And they say it's potentially due to like an individual attacking the network or a group of individuals attacking the network on a coordinated schedule. But that was really crazy, and they feared investors if they sell this off. Took on Luna from down from $12 to $6 before recovery today. Terra Luna price is currently $6.67, but who knows? That's a whole nother topic. Evergrowing coin breaks 37 million rewards, has shot past 37 million rewards. Ethereum is unable to hold $2,000. At the same time, though, like I said, it's 80-20 rule. Now is the time to be buying while everybody is selling. And then Solana is back in the green after an outage. Solana is another really popular project. If you have not heard of Solana, I believe it's at least in the top 25 crypto tokens. But check out Solana, another great coin to definitely be aware of. And then I'm going to go to crashes are the best time to get rich. And here's what Robert Kiyosaki thinks about Bitcoin's plunge. And it's great news and how you can take advantage of it. So Robert Kiyosaki is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? And the world's largest cryptocurrency soared to about 68,000 last November. Now it's around 29,000. If the downtrend continues, Robert, Rich Dad, Poor Dad out there says he's ready to start buying. So Bitcoin crashing, great news, right? I'm waiting for Bitcoin to crash to 20K. We'll then wait for a test of bottom, which might be 17K. Once I know the bottom is in, I'll back up the truck. Crashes are the best time to get rich. So Kiyosaki added that Bitcoin is the future of money and that its bottom may be even lower at 11,000. So in today's market environment, it's not easy to constrain to be a contrarian investor. But if you share Kiyosaki's view, here are some 3 examples to capitalize on Bitcoin's potential rebound. So buy Bitcoin directly, Bitcoin ETFs, and Bitcoin stocks, right? I'm not even going to say any of these. I'm going to just say buy Bitcoin directly. The reason I say buy Bitcoin directly, again, not financial advice, is you own the Bitcoin, it'll be on your exchange. If you're like a big institutional investor and you're not allowed to own Bitcoin, then these other 2 options may be applicable for you. And at the end of the day, like Bitcoin, in my opinion, is here to stay. I actually wrote this book called What is Bitcoin? Understanding Bitcoin and Blockchain Technology. I'm going to put a link in the description below. And the goal of that book is to just educate people on the technology of Bitcoin. I should say the history of Bitcoin and how it really stems from like the 1970s. The internet and how the internet helped shape cryptocurrencies and digital money, and then the leaders within the crypto space before Satoshi Nakamoto that actually helped pioneer the space to the point where Satoshi can release his white paper and really kind of put everything together. So check that book out. There's a link in the description. So it's like, if you don't understand Bitcoin and you don't understand blockchain technology, I do not recommend you invest. First step is understanding the basics. Once you understand the basics, then you can start investing, right? So another article I'm going to talk about. So 5 reasons why Bitcoin could be a better long-term investment than gold. So crypto advocates often refer to Bitcoin as digital gold. but how does BTC stack against gold as a long-term investment? Okay, so the global emergence of a 40-year high inflation rates readings, For years, crypto investors traders have referred to Bitcoin as digital gold, but is it actually a better investment than gold? Let's take a look at some of the conventional arguments. Value retention. One of the most common reasons to buy both gold and Bitcoin is that they have a history of holding that value through times of economic uncertainty. Okay, so value retention is number one. Could Bitcoin be a better inflation hedge? Gold has been historically seen as a good hedge against inflation because its price tended to rise alongside increases in the cost of living. Okay, you can read this article on your own. So, Bitcoin could mirror gold during geopolitical uncertainty. So, often called a crisis commodity, gold is well known to hold its value during times of geopolitical uncertainty, as people have been known to invest in gold when world tensions arise. So, Bitcoin, I would say, definitely has that opportunity, and the dollar keeps losing value. So, I'm in California right now, and like I'm seeing the gas prices just go up and go up and go up and go up. That's because the dollar is going down and going down and going down. So the cost of energy is increasing. It's not necessarily increasing, it's just we're losing buying power with our dollar. But I did see something about the inflation rate kind of like going down a little bit based off of like a chart based off of the Fed's recent increase. But who knows what's going to happen? I can't predict the future, neither can you. But what I can say is like Bitcoin is definitely a great store of value as the dollar keeps losing value. All right. So that's another great point. And Bitcoin is scarce and has a deflationary. So there can only be 21 million Bitcoin mines. But for the dollar or fiat money, central governments can just print out the money. Central banks or central governments, whichever one you want to call them, can just print out money at their own disposable. So that's what kind of makes the dollar not necessarily as valuable, and that's what actually caused some of the inflation. So, want more information about trading Bitcoin and meaningful shift from Bitcoin to maximalist. So again, that's the video for today. I'm going to be creating more videos on crypto. Actually, I got one more topic. This one is about New York just passed a bill cracking down on Bitcoin mining, and here's everything that's in it. So, lawmakers in New York just passed a bill to ban certain Bitcoin mining operations that run on carbon-based power sources. The measure now heads to the desk of the governor, Kathy Hochul, who could sign it into law or veto it. If it passes, it could make New York the first state in the country to ban blockchain technology infrastructure. I am not a fan of this type of stuff. The reason I say this is because banning a technology that is new that could potentially have an upside, you are putting yourself in a position to basically not innovate. It's like Blockbuster seen internet and they seen Netflix actually try to meet with Blockbuster and explain to them like, hey, we're gonna do this like movies on the internet type of thing, right? And Blockbuster just didn't respect them, and Blockbuster's no longer around today because there was an opportunity and they didn't really seize the opportunity. Any state that bans Bitcoin mining or bans anything related to Bitcoin, there's an opportunity with Bitcoin mining. I'm not necessarily saying all the environmental stuff, I'm not an environmentalist. But what I am saying is like there's ways to work with this technology instead of just doing an outright ban of the technology. Outright ban outright ban is basically like how you don't innovate. Not innovating is how you stay behind. And when you stay behind and when you fall behind, now you're playing catch up because the states that do acknowledge Bitcoin technology and Bitcoin mining are going to be the states that attract more investments. So New York doing this, in my opinion, I don't think is wise. But at the end of the day, it's not passed into law yet, and it's going to the governor's desk. But following an early morning vote in Albany, lawmakers in New York passed a bill to ban certain Bitcoin mining operations that run on carbon-based power sources. The measure now heads to the desk of the governor. It would make New York the first state in the country to ban blockchain technology infrastructure, according to Industry insiders also tell CNBC it could have a domino effect across the U.S., which is currently at the forefront of global Bitcoin mining industry, accounting for 38% of the world's miners. So 38% of the world miners right now in the U.S. The New York bill, which previously passed the state assembly in late April, hold on. The net effect of this, according to Bono, would be to weaken New York's economy by forcing businesses to take jobs elsewhere. That's basically my opinion. This is a significant setback for the state and will stifle its future as a leader in technology and global financial services. More importantly, this decision will eliminate critical union jobs and further disenfranchise financial access to the many underbanked populations living in the Empire State. So it is a sentiment echoed by Galaxy Digital's Armando Fabian, who says that New York is setting a bad precedent that other states could follow. As for the timing, the law will go into effect as soon as the governor signs off. And like, this is horrible to me. Like, okay, so The sustainable energy mix of global Bitcoin mining today is estimated to be just under 60%. The regulatory environment in New York will not only halt their target carbon-based fuel proof of work mining, but will also likely discourage new renewable-based miners from doing business with the state due to the possibility of more regulatory creep, said John. So exactly. So not only are you banning that type of mining, but other people are not going to want to go to your state to potentially do anything in your state just because it's like, why would I want to go somewhere where they potentially are going to ban me and I'm going to have to spend more money to move to another state? So it just really sets a bad precedent. I would really recommend that these people do their research and understand, all right, yes, there's cons to everything. It's like there's cons to driving, right? There's pollution. People drive every single day. They pollute the environment, but everybody still drives, right? Gas. People put gas in their car, kills the environment. People still put gas in their car. People like do so many things, but it's like when you're creating the most powerful, impactful technology in the world, it's like, oh no, let's go ban that. And it's like, to me, it's backwards. It's backwards, but whatever. It's a whole nother topic. And that's it. That's the end for me. As you can see, this frustrates me. Our customers are being scared off from investing in New York State, said Kevin Sang of Foundry. Even from Foundry's deployment of $500 million in capital towards mining equipment, less than 5% has gone to New York because of their unfriendly political landscape. And that's basically the reality of it. So don't ban anything until you understand it. And if you guys have a question in New York, call me. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions and explain to you like what you guys need to understand before you make these big decisions. So thank you all so much again. My name is Cliff Pierre, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.